Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristi and today I have for you a what I eat in a day on lazy/dirty keto. And I have some depressing news to share with you guys. You're gonna see it at the very first of the video. I had a huge weight gain. I've struggled and I want to bring you that experience. I'm gonna let you know how much I've gained. We're gonna chit chat about it. I'm gonna tell you what's going on in my life and how I fell off the keto wagon. It's been a rough week, not gonna lie. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that every time I upload, you'll be one of the first to know. If you are brand new, make sure you stick around to the chit chat because I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my family and my channel for all you newbies. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. My name will be right here for you guys, so you can go check me out over there. I do post in my stories daily, and I would enjoy you being a part of that family. I have a Facebook group. That is amazing. No Keto Police. You're going to love it. All Things Keto with Kristi. It'll be linked right down here in the description box for you guys, so you can just click on it and it'll rush you right on over there. If you're looking for any specific keto product mentioned in this video or not, just know that in the description box below I have a ton of discount codes. Some are affiliate links and some are not, but they're down there to help you guys out in case you need to order any keto items. Before we get started with this video, I did want to let you know about a deal that I have for this week. I'll have the dates, the links, and the discount code listed below for you, and it is with Equip Foods. The deal is on one of my favorite products they have, and it is the Immune Support Booster. When you buy any item, you can get a free Immune Support Booster. What? That's an amazing deal. So buy anything from their site, get one of these free. You do need to make sure you add this to your cart as well, then the discount code at the end, and it'll automatically take that off. And I have even bigger news. You can use this up to twice. So if you need to pick up your apple cider vinegar and your joint support, and you go ahead and get those two, then add 2 of the Immune Support Boosters to your cart, and you're going to be able to get 2 of these free. This is an amazing deal, so do not miss out. It's this week only. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Ouch. It's still early in the morning. I'm sitting here drinking some water. I don't think this is going to be our chit chat. This is just like confession time. Maybe I need to start doing confession time. But it's been a rough week. It has been one of those weeks where I have just completely and totally fell back into old habits. I have ate all the things, everything. If it has not been nailed down, I have been cramming it in my mouth. When people say, I'll never fall off plan, I'll never cheat on keto, I don't understand those people. Obviously, those are the people that don't have food addictions, because I certainly do. So, yeah, the scale. I'm up nearly 10 pounds from my goal weight in 1 week. So I've had Krispy Kreme donuts, I have had cotton candy flavored jelly beans, I've had a hot dog bun, I've had beans and rice from the Mexican restaurant. I am so ashamed of the week I've had. I've let stress completely come into my life and take over. It's my coping mechanism, food. When my life feels out of control, I turn to food. Junk food, high carb food, sugary foods. Those are the things that I've been eating this week, and it shows. I'm up 10 pounds, people. 10 pounds. I feel like such a failure. I feel like I have failed you guys. I have all of these emotions and stressors, and I don't know what to do with them. A little background. Chris has been gone for a month now, working out of town, and I'm used to that. It's just, I like having my husband home. So he got to come home for the 4th of July for 4 days, and in that time leading up to, we received some really big news. And I know I keep talking about this, but it's the kitchen. We're having foundation issues. We noticed that there was like a sinkhole in our kitchen. Well, come to find out, when the contractor came out, he noticed that just under our kitchen, not the rest of our house, there is a ton of moisture. So everything under there is completely saturated. So the floors, the floorboards, the floor joists, everything damp. And the kitchen floor on one side is getting ready to go. I mean, it just happened like that. It was just, the floor was but then all of a sudden, boom, now our floor is getting ready to give way. And the only thing that can be done is to completely gut our kitchen, cabinets, everything. Everything has to come out. The entire floor has to come up. They have to go underneath the house and redo everything. So the stress of being without a kitchen for several months is overwhelming me. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the money part is what's got me. This is going to be so expensive, and we are not rich people. We have like a 1,400 square foot home, and now we're getting ready to put an enormous, obscene amount of money into a kitchen, and it's overwhelmed me to the point that I've resorted to eating all the things again, and I went back to old habits. I am taking my CBD oil twice a day now because I'm going to get this under control. And last time I mentioned my CBD, I didn't talk about what it was, and you guys were honestly private messaging me, DMing me, sending me emails wanting to know what I'd used. I want you to know that I did not take CBD oil lightly. I did tons of research to figure out what I wanted to take and what would fit into a ketogenic lifestyle for me, and what was some of the best. So what I use is the Santa Cruz Medicinals. Here's what it looks like. Here's how much I have left. I'm getting ready to open a new one, which I had already ordered. This one is CBD infused with MCT oil, and I pick up the 2,000 milligrams, and this one is a 2-ounce bottle. I used to just take it once a day, but since all of this stress, I've upped it to twice a day just to see what happens there. But do your own research on CBD oil. I do not have an affiliate link with this company, but like I said, I research. I mean, I did way too much research on CBD oil. This is what I have picked up. I did go ahead and contact them, and they said they would send me a discount code for you guys, so I'll have it linked in the description box if you want to go check them out. I'm not promoting it. I think everybody needs to do what's best for them, but hopefully upping this to twice a day is going to help with some of my kitchen stressors. I just want it done and over with. I just wanted to get on here and talk about this really quick because I've been having a very emotional morning. He loves laying in the sun. Check out his new do. He did go to the groomers and get a haircut right before the 4th of July. 4th of July hits, all the fireworks. It's caused him some severe anxiety, but all in all, he's doing okay. But right now, he's trying to get his tan on. It's the closest we're going to get to the beach, buddy. Just so you guys know what I'm talking about, check this out. Okay, look over all the dirt and grime. We've had contractors galore in here. We're on like our 3rd estimate at this point. But can you see where the floor is sinking in right here and coming away from the wall right here? Yeah, this is making me extremely nervous. So this morning I'm going to make a breakfast burrito. I'm going to be using the Carb Balance Mission tortillas. These have 4 net carbs each. Also the pre-cooked bacon from Hormel, Black Label. I'm also going to be using some cheese I picked up at Sam's. It's got pepper jack in it, also Monterey Jack and cheddar cheese. And then I'm going to be using the Pete and Jerry's organic eggs. I've been raving about these. I absolutely adore them. So these are the ones that I've been using lately. To my egg, I did just add a little bit of the Redmond's real salt. Just going to pour that into my pan that I've got butter in. I've already flipped my egg, and now I'm just going to add a piece of pepper jack cheese. This one has 0 carbs. For 4 slices of bacon, you get 1 total carb. I'm going to go ahead and add all 4. I just laid my bacon on top. See where the cheese is already melted. I've turned the eye off a long time ago, so it's just sitting here getting the residual heat from the pan. I toasted up my tortilla shell, and now I'm just going to slide this ever so gently onto my tortilla. And then I'm just gonna roll it up. You can definitely add more to this. Add salsa, sour cream, whatever you want. I'm trying to keep it low carb today. So my tortilla is 4, my bacon is 1, and I'm counting my egg as 1. Some people don't. So this gives me 6 net carbs for breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my supplements. This one is the apple cider vinegar. If you wanna know what these are for, I always have the link listed below for Equip. This one is for metabolic and digestive support. I know a lot of people drink apple cider vinegar. I just can't handle the taste, so I'd rather take it in pill form. So I'm gonna take one of these, and I'm having a water. I'm going back to basics, people, back to basics. Surely I can get back on track. Okay, here's what I got going on for lunch. And the more I look at this, the more I realize maybe I'm not gonna eat 2 pieces of bread. Maybe I'll just do an open face sandwich. Believe me, people, eat 2 pieces of the bread. It's no problem. It's just gonna, I don't know. I'm freaking out over my weight gain. So I think I'm going to not eat 2 pieces. I'm only gonna do 1, but I just wanted to show you what my thoughts were and where I was headed with a chicken salad sandwich. So the bread I'm using is the 0 net carb bread, and this is the wheat bread that's from Aldi. So the macros on this are 0 net carbs. This is just chicken salad, very plain. I pick up my chicken at Sam's in the large cans. I just break it apart till it's shredded. I add Duke's mayo, and that's because there's no sugar added. I also add the Mount Olive sweet relish, no sugar added. 0 carbs, 0 carbs. The bread has 0 carbs. And I have pork rinds, 0 carbs. I'm gonna go ahead and take some more supplements. The joint support really helps my knees. I have a horrible knee, like on the verge of knee replacement. It sounds like gravel when I walk. It's horrible. And then I'm also taking the immune support booster. I think that one for me right now is really important, especially with everything that's going on in the world. So I'm gonna take 2 of these with lunch. And for my drink, I'm drinking from my Cirkul. I talked about this in a previous video. Don't have an affiliate link with them. I do have an affiliate link with Equip though, so there's a discount code below if you want to order anything from them. These are keto friendly supplements for those of you that don't know, so you're not going to be, you know, consuming your carbs in pill form. But this, I do have a link below. I think you can get one of the Cirkul water bottles for $5 with 2 cartridges. I think that's what they sent me. It is not an affiliate link. I don't make any money off this. This is just something that one of you recommended, and I have been using it to get in some of my water. So you just fill this up with regular water. I get it out of my refrigerator because that way it's filtered. And then you put these little cartridges in it right here, and it adds the flavor. Can you see the cartridge hanging down? So the one I have in here is tangerine. Loving it, but they've got them where they're stevia sweetened. They also have them with electrolytes, caffeine for energy. You can pick what you want. Loving my Cirkul water bottle. Okay, I'm gonna put this piece of bread back in here. I'm gonna go with an open faced chicken salad sandwich for lunch with some Mike's pork rinds. Okay, it's 90 degrees outside. Before we head out to do our snack and chat, I want to go ahead and make me, this is what I call my keto frosty. I just used almond milk, unsweetened of course. You can use vanilla or original, any nut milk, any unsweetened, any low carb nut milk, go for it. I also have some crushed ice. I'm going to be using some of my chocolate perfect keto base and some of my absolute favorite chocolate collagen by Perfect Keto. Now, you have already heard me say this a million times. You need nothing special to do keto, but I am a firm believer if you do nothing else, please pick up the collagen, because about 3 months into any lifestyle change, our bodies just freak out and sometimes hair loss can be an issue. So this is going to promote new hair growth, or it did in me at least, and several others. Lots of people tell me new hair growth with this. It's great for hair, skin, nails, joints. Collagen is your friend. So let me show you how I'm putting this together. This is in my bullet. You can see my crushed ice. I'm gonna add approximately 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk. 1 scoop of chocolate collagen. They have tons of different flavors. Chocolate's my favorite. I also like the salted caramel, the vanilla. Who am I kidding? I like them all. Next, I'm gonna add about 1/4 scoop of the chocolate base. Now, this is an exogenous ketone. I do not do caffeine very often, and that's because caffeine is a migraine trigger for me. It is good for helping you burn ketones. It is good for mental focus, clarity. It helps you get in the magnesium you need for the day. Lots going on with this. They do have this in a ton of flavors too. Not needed, definitely not needed, but if you can afford it, you want to try it, I suggest Perfect Keto's exogenous ketones. I do have a deal for the month of July on the Perfect Keto base. Buy 2, get 1 free. All the information is in the description box below. Now, I'm just gonna put the lid on my bullet, if I can find it. It's right here. And then I'm gonna mix all this up. To me, this is just like a Frosty or a chocolate milkshake. So many different things that you can do to this. That's your base recipe. You can even leave out the base if you want to. Add some Jordan Skinny syrup, add some heavy whipping cream. You could add some peanut butter powder that is low carb, or even some peanut butter. So many different things you can do with this. Okay, this is what mine looks like today, and I'm getting in my collagen, which is much needed. I have been skipping it for a few days. Today's sip and snacking chat is brought to you by only my Frosty milkshake thing I got going on here, because I feel too guilty to eat a snack today. That scale thing deflated me today. So we're gonna sit and drink on my collagen and chat, and I have an entire list of things that we need to chat about today. Quincy's laying right here beside of me. I just had to basically pull him off Mira because he's not a good little brother. So I did manage to get ready. I got dressed. So since our last little chat, there's been some new info on the kitchen front. Chris got a call that they are going to come up this week and put some structures under the house to help the floor in that one section from caving in. In case you don't know, that's the hot water heater that is on top of that area, and where there's moisture under the house, that 300-400 pound hot water heater, when it's completely full, is just weighing down on that section of the flooring. So they're going to go ahead and put some things under there to help hold that up. Hopefully the floor does not cave in on us. How did this happen to me? I have no idea. I did want to touch on the fact that we are doing the July challenge, 31 miles in 31 days, and I'm doing well. Now, as most of you know, I'm not an exerciser. Just never have been, never will be. But anyways, as I see it, it's not too late. Jump right on in and make sure you check out the Facebook group linked in the description box and head over there. You're going to love it. I post over there daily so that you can give your progress. I want to touch on some things. I want to do a recap for you guys. I know some of you have been with me since the beginning of my whole channel, and I started out as a Dollar Tree hauler. Still love Dollar Tree to this day. I do full-on keto videos now. So I have had almost 10,000 new subscribers in the last 6 weeks. So I want to go ahead and let you guys know about my channel, about my family real quick. So if you've already seen this part because you have been with me since the beginning, I completely understand if you want to skip around, but there may be some new information in here. So let's talk about my channel, my journey, and what's going on really quick. I am 46 years old, and in 2006, I weighed in at 330 pounds. I know. I am 5'11". I get asked that all the time, so I'm pretty tall. Back in 2006, I had been morbidly obese for quite some time. My insurance decided that they would pay for me to have gastric bypass, so RNY. At the time, I didn't have lots of information. That was 2006, 14 years ago that I had this procedure. My doctor told me, this is an exact quote, that I have better odds of being struck by lightning than having any complications or any issues from this surgery. That was a lie. I did lose weight from the surgery. Again, I couldn't eat, and I was terrified to eat. I am a food addict, so we did not fix my head during all of this. I think now if you go through a procedure this drastic, they make you go to a psychiatrist or psychologist. They make you work on yourself first, which I think is a great idea. Wasn't even an option in 2006. I started the process in September, making my first appointment, and I had my surgery in January. So it went like that for me, and that was really fast. I don't suggest it. I think it needs to be a process, and definitely work on yourself. So January 2006, I had the surgery. I had to stay in the hospital a week because I had tons of issues, and to this day I still have issues and complications due to gastric bypass. In my opinion, I would never redo that surgery. It did not turn out well for me. By the summer though, I had lost all the weight and I was at goal. My goal weight set by my doctor was 180 pounds, and he said if I could get to that I would be considered a success. Thanks, doc. Let's go ahead and fast forward a decade, and I'd started gaining weight because I didn't work on this. Not gonna lie, I've still not worked on it. I still am a binge eater. I am still addicted to food. I have an addictive personality, and right now my drug of choice is food, and it probably will be the rest of my life. I had gained several pounds back from the surgery, so I had went up to 232 pounds by January of 2019. My daughter started doing a low carb ketogenic lifestyle. She was 17 at the time, and I thought, I'll support her. I will try this too. I think I maybe made it a few days and I jumped ship. I couldn't do it. She was strong. She was way stronger than I was, and she did her research. She stuck with it, and by March she had lost 25 pounds, and I was kicking myself because I thought if I would have stuck with this, then I would have lost the weight as well. In March of 2019, that's when I began my keto journey, and I'm not gonna lie, it was not easy. I suggest research, and then when you think you're done researching, research some more. I didn't realize that there was so many different types of keto: lazy keto, dirty keto, clean keto, vegetarian keto, carnivore, paleo keto. There are so many different types, so there's something out there to suit you. For me, I fell into a lazy, dirty keto thing. That's my lifestyle. So basically, I don't really care so much about ingredients like you would if you were on clean keto. My main goal is to stay under 20 net carbs a day. Up until, this week, I had reached my goal weight of 185 pounds. That's where I want to be. For me, I could definitely lose more than that because I'm still considered overweight, but I know my body, and I've been a size 4 before, and I really don't want to get back down to that. So to recap, I do not track my macros. I do not track my protein, my fats. I try to stick with high fat, and I keep my net carbs under 20. That's my main focus. I add fat to every meal and stay under 20 net carbs a day. That's the gist of everything I'm doing. I do not exercise on a regular basis. Right there in my office is a gym, and I do not utilize that. I put it out there in high hopes that I would, but I don't. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I'm out there exercising every single day. I'm not. That's why one reason we're doing this July walking challenge is to hopefully push me in the direction of doing more exercise, and I'm not doing it for weight loss. I want to do it for health. Another thing about my channel is I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to come to you guys with honesty. I'm going to tell you when I slip up, when I fail. I'm going to let you know all the nitty-gritty things because I'm not perfect, and I don't know how people are. I can't live a life of perfection, and I don't expect you to either. We all slip up. We all have issues. I have heard so many people say, well, I'll never slip up on keto. And I thought, you don't have a food addiction, then congratulations. I do, and I'm going to. And I honestly feel like I am part of the majority, just like you guys out there, that struggle, and we struggle daily. What sets us apart though is we get right back on it. When we do have slip ups, we do have fails, we do fall off the keto wagon, we get right back on it. Don't beat yourself up. I've spent way too much time doing that to myself. I'm even doing it right now, and I know I shouldn't be. I truly appreciate all your guys' support and love and messages and everything you send my way, because I feel like I fail you guys on a daily basis by slipping up when I do. And I just want to be strong for you guys. Sorry, I hate getting emotional. It is like a pet peeve of mine. I'm not an emotional person. I just want to let you people know that are new that my channel is a safe space. This is a family channel. My entire family is low carb or keto. My 11-year-old is even following a low carb lifestyle. And before any people come for me, any haters, and telling me how I'm a horrible parent, know that this was prescribed to her by her doctor because she was diagnosed as hypoglycemic this past summer. Not right now. a year ago, and she was having some major issues with that, and he suggested a low carb lifestyle to get some of the sugar and carbs out of her life so that we could keep her blood sugars stable and not have to deal with any of those issues. And since we have been doing that, she's been doing great. My husband follows a ketogenic lifestyle, my oldest son does, and so does my daughter, who is 18. She's more low carb at this point, but my entire family does. So I keep things clean here. You're not going to see me cussing or listening to me say inappropriate things. Know that you can watch my channel with your kids in the room or your grandkids in the room, or if you're babysitting, whatever you're doing. Know that this is a safe space and you can watch my channel without any of those issues. Don't get me wrong. Words come out of my mouth that my mother tells me, Kristi, watch your language. She can tell you. She can tell you she says that to me quite often. But again, here, safe space, you can watch my channel without those worries. So I'm going to bring you my keto journey, my family's keto journey, my struggles. I'm going to tell you everything that's going on. I'm going to show you what I eat. I'm going to show you my grocery hauls, my meal plans. You're going to know everything that's going on in my life, and I hope that I can help and or inspire you guys as much as you do me. I'm going to finish this now before I cry, and thank you guys so much for everything. I truly appreciate it. Okay, I'm repeating my strategy from lunch. I'm going as low carb as humanly possible. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to be frying up one of these steaks in my cast iron skillet. I'm going to put a little bit of Redmond's real salt on it, and that's about it. And then I'm also going to go with some of the eggs. So steak and eggs for dinner. These are the steaks that I picked up in my last grocery haul. These are the New York strips, and they are the thin cut, which is my absolute favorite, not my husband's, of course. So I definitely eat these more when he's not home. These are just at Walmart, and they did have several different varieties in the thin cut steak. Only did one fried egg, and I sprinkled just a little bit of cheese on there, and this is the Fiesta blend I pick up at Walmart. Now it does have some anti-caking agents in it, which aren't the best for keto, but if you look on the back, your carb count is only 1, and that's for 1/3 cup, and there's no way that's 1/3 cup. So I have my steak, eggs, and cheese. So far my carb count is less than 1. Now, I cannot go without dessert. You guys already know that. That's my weakness, is sweets. So, I had previously, last night, made a strawberry mug cake. I've been experimenting with some recipes. So, since I kept my carb count extremely low, I'm going to go ahead and have a piece of this. This is what it looks like. I love my cakes cold. So this is one mug cake, but what I did was I just took 1/4 of it last night. I'm gonna go ahead and take 1/4 of it today and put it on my plate so that I have dinner and dessert. Does that not look amazing? Strawberry mug cake. If you're interested in this recipe, let me know and I can include it in a future video. So there's what my dinner plate looks like. Sweet dessert included, and this is going to be extremely low carb. The drink I'm going to be having tonight is from my Cirkul water bottle. I talked about this in a previous video. These are super cheap, and these little cartridges inside are flavor enhancers. It is sucralose, I believe, that's flavoring these, but this is just plain water. I'll have it linked below if you're interested. Not an affiliate link, just something we all love and use in this house. So here's what I got going on. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. All the support, all the encouragement, all the love. I'm here for you. You're here for me. We support one another. This is an amazing group of keto people. This low carb community that we have going on, it's top notch. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe.